Confession time, I get a little frustrated every time that the idea of study abroad and go travel is brought up because it's something that I can't do. I don't have the means to do it. I really don't have the money or honestly the time at this point. But if you were to tell me, oh, you should go to this Austin restaurant, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I could probably find some time to do that. It's really close, I can go. And I can experience how awesome the food is there. And that relates to the idea of the audience test that the book recommends, in which you tell the audience, go out and try this for yourself. Because for one thing, they're able to go experience themselves and actually do something about it. And it makes it more concrete for them. They're more likely to remember, or we're more likely to remember, if we can go out and experience it for ourselves. So to go out and experience it for yourselves. I remember hearing in the Persuasion Contagion about how you have to come up with something that people can do. And they have to be able to go out and do something about it themselves. Otherwise, they're just listening to a whole bunch of abstract ideas of why to do something. So that can be really frustrating for people. It makes it so much more concrete if you offer the opportunity for people to go out and experience something for themselves. So the next time that you're trying to persuade someone to go do something, try to think of like, how can they go do it themselves? How can they go try that restaurant? How can they be able to do it themselves and make more of a difference?
Stand up there for a Q&A. Can we start with you, Caitlin?
Mm-hmm. So what is the one, whether a restaurant or anything about Austin that you would tell someone, say from Alabama or someone out of state, to go and do in Austin?
What is the one thing I would tell somebody from out of state to do here in Texas, Austin, more specifically? Gosh, that's a little tricky. I would say go visit the Capitol. It's a beautiful building, and I've only gone a couple of times, but both times that I've gone, I've been just impressed, and I've been able to absorb a little bit of Texas culture, not only by being in the Capitol itself, but by being able to go downtown and experience too. That would be the one thing I would tell people to go do above anything else. I'm sorry, did you ask specifically restaurants?
I said restaurant or otherwise.
Oh, or
Yeah,
otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where would you go if you could go abroad?
Where would I go if I could go? Oh gosh, I would go to London. Actually, that's actually on my to-do list. It's a long-term goal that I have in mind. I would have to build up financially in order to be able to do it. It's not something I can do right now, but I would just love to go experience the culture. Like I love some of the classical literature that comes from there, like Jane Austen, for example. But I also love some of the pop culture going on, like Doctor Who. So it would be great to go to London if I could.
To the audience test vocabulary term, can you think of a personal example where someone said, go try this? Maybe it's taking a certain class, doing a certain, watching a television show, movie, and you did go and do it and then were persuaded by the audience test.
Honors program, actually. I was recommended by Sarah Eberly. She was my professor at the time of psychology, and she really persuaded me to get involved with it. She used the audience test with me and said, you should go try this. It's something that I think you would really like. And so I went, I tried it, and I loved it. It's been really life-changing, actually. So that's one example of the audience test being used on me, and I tried it, and it persuaded me.
Great.